Greetings and salutations. I don't know the music. Pearl Jam. No light. Oh, good times. How was your day? It was a beautiful day. Pulling weeds, cleaning house. I think I'd rather take a public hanging than do the house chores. Uh, I was thinking, uh, man, I learned some stuff this evening. It gave me a fucking headache. What's this? Hack and squirt. I mean, what the hell? I never heard of that shit. That's just fucking insane, right? That's like a murder for this, just for the sake of killing. It sounds like they don't even do shit with a tree. Jesus, man. You did. Thank you for the information. Right, I like learning things. Big hugs for the blockade babes. Wait before I go off on a tangent. I got a brother from another mother. It's not the only one, folks. You know, why do I talk predominantly to the ladies? You know, the ladies love me. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. There's a number of reasons, right? They listen. They're paying attention. The males, I talk to men here in the community, but males gotta, they're either, busy drinking beer and watching the ball game, oblivious to what the fuck is going on, or they got pussy on the brain so bad that they're oblivious to what's going on, or they're, neutered. As I said, males talk to men in the community. But anyway, folks get the wrong idea. I talk to the ladies because they're paying attention. It's pretty simple. I mean, look around. You know, how many times you hear me say, hey, this flyover brought to you by the United States Air Force, paid for by your tax dollars. That makes me feel safe. How about you? I mean, what the fuck? It's a new plane, by the way. They had the three that have done their uh, little practice runs. They drop shit off just north of Red River, and they've been doing that since the '80s. This is a new thing here. That plane is fucking huge. Yeah. So that's what 50,000 unstoppable watts will get you right there. Fuck. Anyway, what was I talking about? Before we were so rudely interrupted by your tax dollars at work, burning kerosene. rattles the windows on my house, man. So, and as I said, they could go a mile either way, and there's not a goddamn soul. They come right down this road, and over, I don't know, 4 miles or so, there, 1, 2, yeah, 4 of us, maybe 5 miles. Anyway, yeah, 1, 2, yeah, more like 5 miles. And so they go right down where the only fucking houses for how many fucking miles are. I mean, it's just, disrespectful. Makes me feel safe. I feel secure. How about you? Yeah, what was I talking about? I say the ladies they're paying attention to women. I have ways to empower amazing women. Thank you very much. If we had more males in the Western civilization with the testicular fortitude of many of the ladies here, we wouldn't be in this shithole. That's my opinion. Anyway, back to the point of the thank you for bringing to my attention, they just seem hell bent on taking out the ancient forest there. They've got it whittled away to goddamn near nothing, and they won't stop until it is nothing. It's the hack and squirt that just pisses me off. You talk about greed and stupidity. Yeah, heavy on the stupidity. Because again, they just ignore. You give the one example of the company that just goes bankrupt. As I said, I mentioned a while back talking about the fracking. Excuse me. I'm not an advocate. I'm saying there's ways they could do it, that they have done it, and it's they're not fucking poisoning the water. The point of it is to poison the water. They're terraforming the goddamn planet, man. They could have been recycling that. The injection wells. People talk about the fracking quakes. It's the injection well that's it. Where they're pumping that shit back down in the ground. They don't have to do that for 50 fucking years. They could have been recycling the water. And don't give me the profit bullshit. 80% of the time, it's actually cheaper to recycle the water. So that's what I mean. It just seems just another. Here's another example. There's another with the cutting down the trees thing. That's just fucking ridiculous. I tell you, they're not like us. They're not like us. Humans are stewards of this place. We, pick someone. I don't give a shit what party you choose to affiliate with, what the fuck you want to label yourself as. Just pick someone. And the vast majority are not on board with that kind of shit. It makes no sense. Killing just for the sake of killing. Yeah. Hemp, goddammit. We don't need to be cutting down the fucking trees anyway. We need to keep, now that they've given us some slack on the growing hemp, we need to get on board and really push the production up. Because fuck the logging shit. We don't need to be cutting down trees. Really. It's just, we know that's, the reefer madness and all that bullshit. We know the instigators, right? Back then, one of the major, you had your, petrochemical, pharmaceutical, and the paper. What's his name? Hearst. But you made me think. There if they hack the tree, they squirt the fucking poison in there, and that kills the tree, except for not really because it comes back from the roots. So it's not, completely. It's like that's even worse. As I said, everything about that just pisses me off. I don't know why it doesn't. Who? Everyone should be pissed off about that. Then they go back with the glyphosate, Roundup. Read the label. It's been years. I've told you I've had all this fucking, passed all this test, that test, had all this, got the X endorsement on the Class A CDL, hazmat, and I'm the fucking nut job that reads the labels. It's been years. I mean, if I'm gonna be around that shit, then goddamn it, I want to know what it is I'm dealing with. So I could be mistaken, but find you a fucking Roundup label and read that shit, and they can't spray it. The highway departments in your state that are spraying the fucking right of way. I had to permit for all that shit. Read the label. You can't spray that shit. It says on there. Now I could be mistaken, so you gotta, you know, check me, check my work, teach. It says on there that it ain't that's killing your fish, and not to spray it in the watershed. Well, what the fuck are the goddamn ditches? I mean, what's not all right away, but a fucking huge percentage of are all part of the watershed. That water, it's not just magically fucking disappearing. It gets the cosmic rays, hit it, and it vaporizes, right? No, it goes into goddamn creek, stream, somewhere, that runoff. And so, someone with a little more legalese experience than myself, I mean, can we sue the fuck out of the states for poisoning our fucking fish with that shit? Something else to think about there. But with the in fighting those bastards that are doing that hack and squirt shit, you might bring that up in your public comments. Not telling you what to do. Check the label. Make sure that I'm not. If I wouldn't mislead you purposely. I'll tell you that much. But the best I recall, and it's been years. I mean, like shit, 15, right? That it states on there. You know, don't spray it in the watershed areas. And what the fuck are the right of ways? Except for draining off into that's what they're part of. Anyway, I say I like learning things. Thank you for that. This batch that pisses me off. And it should piss everyone off. And again, I say, how I go back to my brother. Thank you for bringing up the American bison, because nothing about that bullshit makes sense. According to the logic of the propagandists, we should be slaughtering the fucking elk, which I'm not calling for. I'm just saying that according to their, bullshit argument, that's what. And so no part of that shit makes sense. Brother, can you write an article and talk to, instead of talking about the Bundy S crowd? Because I guarantee you that same crowd will be right there with us, and stopping that madness. same goes for the trees out there. You know, you mentioned ranchers and whatever. You even mentioned the family. You know, when that company was in their jobs. You know, they were good jobs, and they actually, you know, as much as I still say we don't need to be cutting down the goddamn trees because we don't need to be cutting down the fucking trees. They take, you know, hundreds of years for fucking Christ's sake. That's just stupid. But still, when it was a family owned thing, then they still have, you know, a sense of a community, right? Being a part of. And once, I mean, you mentioned the whatever venture capital shit. You know, the first thing comes to mind is Bain Capital, and then I see that goddamn Mitt Romney, and you know, with the looking him in the eyes like staring into the fucking abyss. When that kind of shit comes in, there you go, back to the shareholders. And what I say, 85, maybe it's 135. It's dozens. It's dozens that are on the are the shareholders of all of our fucking problems. We need trials for crimes against humanity. I want to see a boom in the fucking manufacture of piano wire. Because that's all it is. It's, and, you know, it's greater than, we don't exist without our brothers and sisters in the natural world. That's all there is to it. And again, with the glyphosate, we need to speak to, I'm telling you, that out here and the, you know, the red states, the flyover country, whatever the fuck, that those are the people, that's their office place, right? They're on the front lines. They're the ones that are seeing firsthand the insect de- de- fucking decline at an alarming rate. They're the ones whose, you know, family members, neighbors are getting the cancer and shit. And so we don't need to talk about them. We need to talk to them. We need to. They do the semantics crap. Another, you know, excellent point made in that video of the young lady. You know that they do. Oh, we don't cut down the old growth, except for when we do. You know, they do that fucking word game shit, and we get caught in that too often. And that's, you know, it's time to recognize how they're jerking our chains and stop being played. Because they it's well-meaning people that they manipulate. They punch our buttons because we give a shit. See, they don't give a fuck. They're psychopaths, sociopaths. They don't give a fuck. And so punching our buttons, it's just, you know, just fun and games for them. So we need to stop allowing them to, you know, don't give them that shit. Be talking to one another instead of repeating the bullshit they want us to say. You know, like I said, brother, I don't know, but if you hadn't noticed, that shit with the bison, that just has been eating at me because there's no fucking explanation for it. And none. And so, you know, we've got to have that conversation, and I know you can write. So I bet the act out that our little sister there would be all on board with the helping you get the word out, right? But there are a number of people that would. And I'm not telling you what to do, I'm just asking, you know, maybe that's something, you know. When we can't count on the mockingbird media to do anything except for keep that fucking divide shit going, then it's time to, you know, step up, stop being played first off, and reestablish lines of communication. Because as I said, and a number of people have, you know, brothers and sisters in the natural world, they got no $1 billion lobby. They're counting on you and me. And I'll be kiss your ass if they're not terraforming the planet. I don't. It seems so obvious because it goes past the just it reaches a point where because we're givers, we'll give them the greed thing and the stupidity, but then it goes beyond that even to where it's holy fuck. You have to realize that shit, man. I was gonna crank this up. We got a little banjo, kind of fits the outfit right Yeah, I had the hook fan going. I had to put some socks on them. My toes are cold. Anyway, I'll start. Oh, God. Mom. I'm seeing the little purple Martins. They didn't give me the stink eye. Like, if I could shoot you the bird, I would kind of look up and getting from. But they haven't quit shitting on the throne, so hey, maybe, we may have it worked out. Speaking of the court shit, some of us are lucky enough to have that opportunity looming. Um, and there are a couple of things. You've got process of discovery, which, we get to discover just what kind of a fucking pathological liar this is, where the origin of the complaint, right? And then the cool thing is it's power of the subpoena power. And this is Family Show. Stop looking at that. I said subpoena. So I can make you testify, right? And there's more than one that I'm talking directly fucking to. You know who I'm talking to. I don't want to be a goddamn thing. I'd rather for all that bullshit to just kind of go away, which I'd be surprised if it doesn't. But I'm saying that you can be subpoenaed to testify. If you haven't contacted Mr. D'Souza, if you haven't reached out to other folks who are in the know as to just what kind of a fucking piece of shit monster Don, the canal man, is, you might really seriously consider. Because I've been getting this legal advice like, oh, this, and you do this when your birth certificate, blah, 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 and I'm aware of all that shit. And maybe I cannot confirm or deny. So we can just play this out. Because as I said, you open a whole great fucking big can of worms. We've already learned a lot as far as the criminals' contacts inside the sheriff's department. I would say in the DA's office. We've already learned much. We can learn a whole lot more via subpoenaed testimony. Thanks for playing, dumbass. Anyway, that's I said thanks. I've been Busy day, missed a whole bunch of shit. I just had the stereo blaring, and I was pulling me. But so I got some catching up to do. Just wanted to touch base. You know, I'm kicking. Thought I'd play some music, but shit, I've been here for half hour already. That's long enough. I was really wanting to jam this song right here because I do enjoy it. Have you gone to check out Little Sister, Good Doctor Horton? She's calling out some bravos here. Yeah, losing your mind. That's what I mean. It's the same argument, sister, right? I mean, how many years have we been hearing that same bullshit? I went back to their, they have weapons, by the way, which I mean, it's already established. They tried backing away. Hell, that was Tyler that mentioned again. I believe it was. There's been more than one, but yeah, the embassy workers in more than one embassy, and hell, this goes back to they did the shit in the '70s even. So this goes way fucking back. We already know it's well established. They have weapons that can fuck with your head. Many of we also know that, and this coming from someone with a, you know, more than average background in the study of psychology, right? And so psychology is a pseudoscience. Aside from where you get into how the brain works and the learning process, much of it, much of psychology, as far as the academics and the psychologists and the blah blah diddy fucking blahs, much of their role, whether they're aware of it or not, is actually covering up for the fucking, again, crimes against humanity committed by everyone's favorite agency, the fucking CIA, first and foremost. Have you shut down the CIA yet, Trump? Fuck no, because you got no balls. You got a big goddamn mouth and no fucking balls. Tell us about a coup, bitch, and then don't do shit to shut down the fucking agency from whence it originated, right? Because you got no fucking huevos. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I don't waste my time on the males, because they're fucking nutless wonders for the most part. I talk to men here. Speaking of men, hey Doug, man, where's Joe? Is he on some goddamn covert op or what? Just saying. Prime example. Fucking butt much and chief. you know, someone, God damn it. Where's the. We need to be, for saving the environment. It's living on Trumpstein's head. Probably without its consent. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that poor environment didn't volunteer for that shit. Anyway, I'm going to shut up. Like every day, we keep up the crew bug. And keep in mind our brothers and sisters around the world who are getting hammered by the weather, the weapon, who are fighting the good fight, who are defending our brothers in nature, brothers and sisters in the natural world, fighting to stop the murder of trees for the sake of killing them. If you hear that, you should check that interview out, Mr. Wigington. That's just, maybe you could offer some, advice. Don't let him fool you. You don't have to be some greasy long hair to be a peace, love, and tree hugging hippie. And what do you think about that with the waterway thing, and the watershed thing, and the glyphosate? My, do we have any? Oh, we have a leg to stand on there. As I said, check my word teach to make sure. But as I recall, it's been like 15 years or better since I read the label. But I'm pretty sure that they can't even spray it, according to the label, in a right of way. But yeah, keep up the group hug and keep in mind, like I said, those who are fighting a good fight, those who are being attacked via microwave weapons. Is there such thing? If you're not aware, then get a fucking clue, man. Learn something. I take you to raise. Who are under attack of the spiritual nature. Who are struggling with disease. And just who are, like I say, fighting the good fight, and they need some extra protection. Keep them in mind. Sweetness being high on the list because I'm biased. Every if I do. Yeah, I was gonna do the whole damn, but I talked too long. And that little wing, I love you. And thank you for all that you do. I just, I'm trying to keep my shit together. Let our dear ones know they're not alone. They're not isolated. Help them to break the spells that have kept them trapped. Scatter me to the four winds. Let me wrap Earth's frequency in that snuffy blanket of unconditional love and rain down on our brothers and sisters in the natural world a healing shower. And all you crazy fuckers who, care enough to be paying attention to the shit going on in the skies, to the shit going on in your neighborhood, to the shit going on in the forest, up the highway, down the mountain. To the shit being done to our brothers and sisters and bison. No, I loved. I can't think enough of being the change that we all want to see. I say it and I keep saying it that I needed you more than you need me. Thank you for loving me when I'm, so often extremely difficult to lie. And don't let anybody tell you that you're not special, because that's a bullshit. That's a fucking lie. It's a lie. No, I love it.